Welcome to Trendy Flicks, your ultimate destination for the latest in movies, TV shows, and streaming trends. Subscribe now and stay ahead of the entertainment curve. Trump classified docs judge to weigh alleged unlawful appointment of Special Counsel Jack Smith. Judge Aileen Cannon holds hearing Friday on motion to dismiss Trump case. The judge presiding over former President Trump's classified records case is holding a hearing Friday to consider whether the appointment of U.S. Special Counsel Jack Smith and the funding of his investigations is unlawful. Judge Aileen Cannon of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida had postponed the trial stemming from Smith's investigation into Trump's alleged improper retention of classified records indefinitely. Upon postponing the trial, Cannon scheduled deadlines for reports on June 10 and 17 and a non-evidentiary hearing on a motion to dismiss on Friday, based on unlawful appointment and funding of special counsel. Cannon expanded Friday's hearing to allow amici to argue before the court, as well as Trump defense attorneys and federal prosecutors. Former Attorney General Ed Meese, who served under former President Reagan, filed an amicus brief in the case, in which he argues that Attorney General Merrick Garland's appointment of Smith as special counsel, a private citizen at the time, is in violation of the Appointments Clause of the Constitution. Garland appointed Smith as special counsel on November 18, 2022, just days after Trump announced he would run for president in 2024. Not clothed in the authority of the federal government, Smith is a modern example of the naked emperor, the brief states. Improperly appointed, he has no more authority to represent the United States in this court than Bryce Harper, Taylor Swift, or Jeff Bezos, they argued. Meese argues that the illegality of Smith's appointment is sufficient to sink Smith's petition, and the court should deny review. Meese and company noted in the brief that Smith was appointed to conduct the ongoing investigation into whether any person or entity, including former President Trump, violated the law in connection with efforts to interfere with the lawful transfer of power following the 2020 presidential election or the certification of the Electoral College vote held on or about January 6, 2021. Garland defended his move earlier this month during a hearing on Capitol Hill, arguing that there are regulations under which the Attorney General appoints special counsel. They have been in effect for 30 years, maybe longer, under both parties. The matter that you're talking about whether somebody can have an employee of the Justice Department serve as special counsel has been adjudicated, Garland argued, adding that other special counsel appointments he and other attorneys general have made cite a regulation that points to a statute. Meese, however, in his briefs filed in several points in the Trump cases, argued that none of those statutes, nor any other statutory or constitutional provisions, remotely authorize the appointment by the Attorney General of a private citizen to receive extraordinary criminal law enforcement power under the title of special counsel. Meese's brief was even mentioned in a question by Justice Clarence Thomas in the Supreme Court oral arguments over Trump's presidential immunity in Smith's other case regarding 2020 election interference, which the High Court is expected to decide this month. Presenting arguments on June 21 in Florida on behalf of Meese will be Gene Scher, Josh Blackman on behalf of Professor Seth Barrett Tillman, and Matthew Seligman on behalf of constitutional lawyers, former government officials, and State Democracy Defenders Action. Meanwhile, Cannon scheduled an additional hearing from June 24 to 26 and set deadlines for disclosures from the special counsel for early July and the defendant's speedy trial report for July 19, the final day of the Republican National Convention. Trump is set to be sentenced in Manhattan after being found guilty on all counts in New York v. Trump, stemming from District Attorney Alvin Bragg's investigation on July 11. Cannon scheduled a status conference for July 22 and another hearing for later that day. Cannon did not schedule a new trial date. Trump faced charges stemming from Smith's investigation into his possession of classified